Okay guys, I promised you a video comparing some of the full-size pistols that I had to prove a point that I had kicking around about accuracy and the difference. So what I did is I took out three guns. I took out the Canik TP9 SF, okay, the American Tactical FXS9 pistol, and the Buffalo Arms BRG9 Elite handgun. Okay, and just this is not to knock any one of these guns or say, you know, which one is worse or better than the other, but these are three guns that are very similar, I'm familiar with, and I'll explain the whole point here in a minute when I change the camera around. But you know, if you like the content and how these videos are going along, you know, please subscribe and hit the like button. And if you'd like to send some support to the channel, there will be a link to my Patreon account. Alright, so now I'll get into the explanation of what we're doing. Alright, so we have these three guns. Canik, American Tactical, and Buffalo Company, the BGR9. All of these guns are very similar, okay? And even though the Canik has become an extremely popular platform, okay, the thing about these two is these two were from my budget testing, where this gun, I believe, the BRG9 Elite, you could have purchased this for like $180, and that's with the case and everything, all right, at one point in time. This, I don't know if they're still available at this price, but this gun was the one that, price-wise, beat everybody at one place. This one also was available. You know, these are like $350 pistols. I got this one for, you know, $240, okay? Now the Canik, while good, and I've had this Canik for quite a few years, is not and was not a budget price pistol, but I use this as a benchmark because out of all the Turkish made guns, and that's another thing, all these guns are made in Turkey, they're very similar. I'm not going to get into dimension, sizes or nothing, but basically they are full-sized 9mm polymer framed handguns, okay, with either 15, 17, 18 round magazines with, you know, large capacity magazines. Now, the whole point of this is I noticed that one of these pistols, okay, whenever I took it out, shot a lot better, okay, no matter, and it's not about ammo or anything like that. I had one hiccup in the primer testing with the BGR9, and what it was is I cleaned out the striker channel and that mechanism, and I believe that took care of it. So what I tested these guns with, or what I did, was that Norma range and target ammo and Max Tech 9mm ammo. The Norma ammo was a 115 grain bullet, the Max Tech was 124 grain, and it was factory ammo, not reloaded, and we took it out and I fired these guns. So we'll get to the section where we fire the pistols. Alright guys, we're out here today with three full-size pistols. The Canik TP9 SF, this FXS9, and the BRG9 Elite. And what I'm going to do is just shoot and see which one is the most comfortable to shoot or most accurate out of the bunch. I'm using up some spare boxes of that Norma range ammo. So let me see what we do. And the weather, I mean the wind is bad. The camera got knocked down. My stuff all got blown all over. So bad weather, I guess, even though the sun's shining. So I'm going to try to get through this and I may wrap it up early. Alright, Canac first. My shooting ain't the best today either. Okay, FXS9. And the BRG9 Elite. Alright, let's go take that preliminary example there. Okay, the Canac, not too terrible. Kept them all in the 8-ring. The American Tactical, a little bit better. For some reason, I believe that gun just fits in my hand real good and shoots well. And the BRG9, I have issues with it. Just for some reason, it's not the gun. The gun functions fine. I just can't. The grip isn't to my liking, is what it is. Because there's a lot of people out there who like this pistol and it shoots well for them. Then again, too, it could be the ammo. Different brand of ammo, change the story. Alright guys, so like I said, maybe you change ammo. We're going to try some Max Tech 124 grain bullet. The other was 115 grains, and we are shooting at 7 yards. For those of you who want to know. Alright, first up, the Canac. A little bit better. Some guns like a different style bullet. Alright, that's 9. Damn backstop's moving. Alright, now the BRG9 Elite. Better. Alright, we'll go look at this kind of sorry. This really isn't the day to be doing this. It's too much wind, too much stuff. But I'll give you a consensus on these at the end. And basically, I think it comes down to just your personal likes, dislikes. Okay, as for the Canac, okay, a little bit about the same performance, didn't drift out too much, but this string here I shot kept it more in a 9, so it kind of prefers the 124 grain bullet a little bit better. American Tactical, about the same. I got some in the red. That gun just fits in my hand in a way I can control it better, and that's what it all comes down to, is controlling the pistol, how you pull the trigger, and all that other stuff. Because the BRG9, with practice, and if I concentrate and got used to it and like just had that gun and got my mindset and my grip and stance and everything right, then that gun shoots right where it should. You know, that's how that works. But that's my little lineup. That's what I tried. You know, I suggested I do this, and I'll give you a conclusion when I get back to the house. Okay, so now everybody's asking, well, what's the point? Well, the thing is, with all the specs, the bells and whistles, and all the advertisement, and guys reviewing them and shooting them, when it comes to me personally, this is not a recommendation, just me personally, taking these 3 pistols. Now, this pistol here, the Canac, I've kept this for years. I bought another one, I forget the model, SAS or something, 9mm. I bought it, and what I was going to do is I was going to sell the Canac and keep that other pistol. Again, same size. With that one was gray, had a different color, was new. And when I took the 2 pistols out side by side, I could shoot and hit with the Canac and keep the group smaller with this pistol. So needless to say, I went and ended up selling that other handgun because I needed money for something last year. So now when we go into the round where we bought all these budget guns, okay, and everybody does the hype and the spiel and everything, and like you've seen there, when I went out and just loaded ammo in them, pointed them, and shot them, how it all worked out is this FXS9, this American Tactical gun, I can just personally, I can shoot this gun better in tighter groups than the other 2. Just cold, just, you know, having them here like this, picking this one up, shoot, shoot, shoot. This one wins. Now the Canac kind of comes in second, and the BRG9, for all the features and you know, they talk this gun up, it's a good pistol. All of these pistols are good, all of these pistols are reliable, and all of these pistols work just fine. But my question was, why is it that when I pick this one up, I shoot a tighter group more accurately and it's more comfortable in my hand? So it's not that I can't shoot these other guns accurately, but I wanted to know why. And looking at them, if we look at this one here, you see there's some sort of contour. All of them have an adjustable back straps, so you can change the width of the grip. This particular gun has a grip safety, which really, one way or the other, doesn't really matter. Some people like them, some don't. It has no relevance in this. Now, if you look at this pistol, and I wish there was a way, I really don't have a way to measure this, but it kind of comes down to grip angle, okay, when we look at them. All of these have a very similar angle to them, and then when we look at the contour of this here. Now I know this has the small back strap. This is fairly wide. This has this nice contour. This has a fairly good contour into here. And on the other side for your thumb. So when you grasp it, my hand fits in there pretty good, okay? But let's look at this one. This one has a very noticeable contour, the American Tactical, on both sides. And this here, you know, when you get your grip up in here, you know, it fits well in the hand. Now the Canac has an extremely noticeable contour here and here, which when you grip the gun, you know, it's got a place for your thumb to get control and here for your finger. Now a lot of them talk about the undercut in here to kind of choke up, which that one, the Canac, no big deal. This one here kind of has it, and the hand does go up in there, okay? And the BGR9 also, you know, your finger can get up in there and that. But I guess what the problem is, or what I've found out, is with my hand, okay, the size of my hand, and it's all just personal preference, is when it comes to grasping the pistol and getting a hold of it, this width is a little bit thinner, and even though it doesn't have the deep contours of the Canac, when I pick this gun up and hold it, it fits my hand, and a lot of it too, I believe, is the finger pressure. Because with handguns, that all matters, the pressure on the grip and that, and the way this fits in my hand, I can shoot this more accurately just right off the bat than the other two. Now this one was close. It's accurate. Actually, it was more accurate than the other gun. That's why I kept it. And again, the shape of the trigger and all that. This trigger is a little bit wider and older, where this one is more of the newer style. All of that kind of comes into play. And even though I can shoot this accurately, the way that this grip is in my hand, the fingers just don't get the correct amount of pressure. It varies a little. I can shoot the gun, shoot it accurately, but not as easy as just picking this up. And last but least, the BRG9 Elite. I get a hold of it, but it just, I can reach the trigger fine, but just the grip. And I think it's because this is wider. Even though you have finger grooves and it's contoured, it's just this is wider. So, that's the lineup. One's most accurate. American Tactical, then the Canac, then the BRG9. Good pistol, a lot of things in, you know, a lot of features, a lot of nice things about it, but just this one, I can shoot better than the other two, just because of the size of it. That's all it is. So thanks for watching the video and listening to my offshoot opinion. A little different view of these things than other people do with all the tech and everything. But that's my input, guys. Thanks for watching.